Example 1, we have a photoelectric effect experiment. Light source of wavelength of 550 nanometer is incident on the sodium surface. Determine the momentum and the energy of the photon used. Photon. Okay, so momentum P is equal to H over wavelength. So Planck constant divided by wavelength of the light. So we get 1.2 times 10 to the power of negative 27 kgms negative 1. And next the question asks you to calculate the energy of the photon. So we need to use the E equal to Hc over lambda because the photon is moving with the speed of light. So H is 6.63 times 10 to the power of negative 34 times with C, speed of light, and then wavelength of the light. So we get the energy is 3.61 times 10 to the power of negative 19 joule. Okay, next. Example 2, we have the photoelectric effect experiment. Light source of wavelength 500 nanometer incident on the potassium surface. Determine the momentum and the energy photon used. Same like first question. So you calculate the momentum, you get 1.33 times 10 to the power of negative 27 kgms negative 1, and then calculate the energy of photon equal to Hc over wavelength, and then we get 3.97 times 10 to the power of negative 19 joule. Okay, next question. An electron and proton have the same speed. Which has the longest dipole wavelength, and explain. Okay, then calculate the ratio of wavelength electron over wavelength of proton. First, they said that the electron and proton have the same speed. You kena tulis dulu. VE is equal to VP. Okay, VE is equal to VP. And then you know that the mass of proton and mass of electron. Okay, so kita tahu kat sini, jadi mass of electron kita tahu dia lebih sikit daripada mass of proton. Okay, based on equation, sebab kita nak compare, dia kata longest wavelength. Jadi equation yang kita nak compare mesti ada wavelength, and then mesti ada V dan mesti ada M. Okay, so yang sesuai adalah lambda is equal to H over MV. And then I come out with the relation because dalam kita punya case ni, velocity kita constant. Dan H ni juga adalah constant value. Jadi kita tengok relation wavelength dengan mass. So as you can see that the wavelength is directly proportional with 1 over mass. Okay, so as you know that mass of electron is less than mass of proton. Okay, sekarang nak longest wavelength kan? Longest wavelength means that the mass is less. Jadi mass is less. Jadi mass apa yang kecil? Mass electron ke mass proton? Mass electron kan? Okay, mass electron is less than mass proton. So we can see that lambda electron is larger than lambda of proton. Macam itulah. And then question B is calculate the ratio of lambda E over lambda P. So lambda E over lambda P, okay, macam biasa relationnya is like this. Okay, is inversely proportional. Jadi that's why bila susunan inversely proportional, saya akan susun dia nak lambda E over lambda P. So relation dia adalah inversely proportional. Jadi lambda E is equal to mass P, lambda P is equal to ME. Dia akan jadi terbalik. Okay, so substitute the value of mass proton and mass of electron, you will get 1833.15. Okay, determine the wavelength of a photon and electron with their energy of 6 electron volt each. Okay, nampak tak wavelength of photon dengan wavelength of electron? So kita cari dulu wavelength of photon. Kita guna formula ni, E equal to Hc over lambda. Rearrange equation, wavelength is equal to Hc over E. So Hc over E. E is 6 times with 1.6 times 10 to the power of negative 19. Sebab kita tukar E dia dalam joule. Okay, ni adalah EV. Ni dah kena tukar dalam joule lah, sebab wavelength kita nak dapat dalam meter. So we get 2.07 times 10 to the power of negative 7 meter. Okay, next dia nak cari wavelength of the energy of wavelength of electron with their energy of 6 electron volt. So bila you nak cari wavelength of electron, you kena guna formula untuk electron. Sebab electron dia ada energy dia sendiri, velocity dia sendiri, speed dia sendiri. So you tak boleh guna Hc over wavelength Hc over E lah, sama macam photon. Photon dia khas C. Okay, untuk electron tak boleh. Jadi electron kena guna formula panjang ni lah. Wavelength is equal to H over 2ME E Z. Okay, E ni sama dengan K lah, sama je. Okay, nampak tak? Ni adalah mass of electron, and then E ni adalah sebagai K lah, macam kinetic energy. Dia tak sama dengan formula ni Maksud saya, kalau nak guna ni, tak boleh lambda is equal to H over Z 2MeV. Tak boleh guna formula ni sebab you tak ada potential different. Tak ada. You ada energy. Jadi dia adalah satu benda ni. Ini you ganti dengan benda ni. Okay, so substitute the value. Okay, H over 2m mass of electron because dia guna electron, dan energy dia adalah 6 times dengan elementary untuk dapatkan dalam unit joule lah. Okay, so dapat 5.01 times 10 to the power of negative 10 meter.